It's a first on the Kilcoyne Conversation, our first ever Indy 500 champion, Takuma Sato, who won at the Brickyard for the second time. What an interesting story. Grew up in Japan, tells us how he got interested in open wheel, how he went from Formula One to racing at the Indy level, what it's like to have no fans in the stands, and what it's like to have David Letterman as one of your owners of your car. He mentioned something about you never know when David's kidding and when he's being serious. I'm sure anybody who's ever been around him or worked with him can totally relate. So Takuma, a worthy champ, and also the reigning champ over at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Won the Bommarito Automotive 500 last summer, now back this weekend. And it's a baseball version of Indy. We got a doubleheader. Indy cars racing Saturday and Sunday. And this is a fun guy to talk to because he really seems excited about what he's doing, the opportunity he's been given, and what it means to put his name in the history books by winning twice at the Indy 500. The Kilcoyne Conversation presented, as always, by Marie Davila Senior Living. Get online, mariedavila.com. Take a virtual tour. Learn more about their history in St. Louis. Been in town since 1960 at the corner of Clayton and Weidman Road. Also, Triad Bank. That's the St. Louis-based bank since 2005. So if you're a business owner and you're looking for a loan, want to expand your business, especially now, things are crazy. Make sure you're working with somebody locally who understands the St. Louis climate. That's what Triad Bank is all about. Get them on the web at triadbanking.com. In person, it's in Frontenac on Clayton Road. Easy to get to, real close from Lindbergh and 40. It's about a block west of Lindbergh on Clayton Road. Also, B&G Tuck Pointing. They are the best in the bricks. That's what they say, but it's also true. I know. I've worked with them. Whether it's a fireplace, chimney, garage, home, anything that's brick, they can make it look new again. Mortar, waterproofing, caulking, they do all of that. bgtuckpointing.com is where you can find out more information. And Appliance Discounters, 5 area locations featuring Bosch, GE, Frigidaire, all the top appliances at the best prices. That's what they promise you. Get online. It's theappliancediscounters.com. But without further ado, let's talk it over with the Indy 500 champion, Takuma Sato, joining us on the Kilcoyne Conversation. Well, let's start with what happened Sunday at the Brickyard. You've done it before. I'm guessing it doesn't get old. What's that feeling like, that moment you know you're winning the Indy 500?
Well, that's difficult to describe. It's almost speechless. Living in a dream, and so appreciate just sharing an incredible moment with your fan and the team, and what an amazing day we had yesterday.
What does it mean to do it twice? That changes your status. You know, a lot of guys have won it one time, but now that you're a multiple winner, are you reflective at all what that means in terms of history?
Today, I'm enjoying the fact that we just had a great race yesterday, and big thank you to the team. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. But certainly, honor to be list of such a premium of the driver list that who won multiple times, and I just still cannot believe I'm one of them now.
What was the dream for you as a kid? Obviously, you made it to Formula One. Why was it important for you to come to the U.S. and to race at the Indy level?
Yeah, I mean, longer story to make it short, that my first experience for the racing was when I was 10. My father took me the Japanese Grand Prix when I was 10, back in 1987, actually. And that was the Formula One at Suzuka. And that got me, for me, that was a day just fall in love with mud racing. Now, my parents is not necessarily come from the racing family, so I had to wait the next 10 years. So I had to wait until 20 to go into the Suzuka Racing School, which is run by Honda. That's why I got the scholarship. And then my whole career started from England for the British Formula 3 to the Formula 1, simply because my dream at that time was the Formula 1. I had a great memories, great experience in the Formula One, but still one thing that always interest was Indy 500, because this is a race. It's the longest history in the motor racing, and also the just an unbelievable event. And 2008, after the financial crisis, for the Lehman Brothers that my team Super Aguri had to pull out because of financial the reason from Formula One. And I tried to stick to the Formula One for the rest of the season, and I had a great opportunity, but eventually it didn't happen. And then I had to think about it. Okay, Indy 500 would be a mega, and I wanted to see it. And I came here in 2009, standing in the inside of the turn one and watching that was a qualifying day, and a car screaming coming out 235 miles per hour and coming to the corner on the apex. The driver is actually controlling the car. The entire car's got slip angle, and that was just hugely impressed. And since then, I just fall in love. I wanted to do this, and then 10 years later, I'm a winner of this special place. So I'm really proud of be part of the organization now.
Because of your success at the Indy level, how many more people do you think are tuning in Japan? How big a deal is the Indy 500 in your home country? And do you think, is it a bigger deal now because of what you've been able to do?
I believe it is. Needless to say, IndyCar racing was used to held in Japan too. So Indy Japan was started back in, I think it was in 1998, I believe. And then unfortunately, Indy Japan had to stop by damaged the track by big earthquakes back in 2011. So IndyCar was quite popular in Japan at that time already then in the car days. But IndyCar, Indy Japan was held in there. Then I was participating the last 2 years of Indy Japan, so that you can see that so many people very, very enthusiastic. But back then, probably Indy 500 is only core fan only knew it. But after my challenge, and particularly for 2017, there's so many across the Japan. There was a huge the news for winning the 500. So since then, I think in the 500, I think most of the Japanese people knows about the race.
And you're coming to St. Louis where you won last year. When you're coming back to a track where you won the year before, is there added confidence? How do you feel about this weekend?
I feel very positive. IndyCar is such a tight field, so I don't expect that the winning is easy. Never happened that easy. But I think we have a very positive feeling. Particularly that yesterday we finished first and third. So Letterman Learning and Racing certainly carried a great momentum. And plus, we have a very good baseline from last year to winning that race. So we feel really pumped up and positive, and looking forward to see some of the spectators back in again at the St. Louis. And that short oval, St. Louis, is quite challenging. So we, as a driver, we all love that one.
The fountains and flags outside invite you in. Once inside, it's obvious what makes Marie de Villa so special. It's the people that live there and the people that work there. I know for a fact it's a fun place to visit, been there many times over the years for special events, and you can tell the residents love it as well. Welcoming atmosphere, providing all types of senior living, independent living, skilled nursing, memory care. Marie de Villa Senior Living, that's what we're talking about. A single location. That means ownership is hands-on. The residents here are considered guests, and trust me, they feel that way. The beautiful grounds make it more of a campus-type atmosphere. I love calling it the Marie de Villa campus, located at the corner of Clayton and Weidman Road. I guarantee you've driven by there, probably seen the fountains going. Red for October baseball, blue when the Blues are deep into a playoff run. It's a family-owned facility. It's been in business since 1960, and for so many years, it was home to the Cardinals legend, Red Schoendienst. I encourage you to take a virtual tour, or simply to read more about this special place, go to mariedevilla.com. You love sports? Sure. But what you really love is a winning team and a great story. That's exactly what you get with Appliance Discounters. It started with just 3 employees. One location, 3 employees. Denise Bradley, her husband John, her brother Tony. That's it. More than a decade ago. And for years, you've heard me talking about them. Here's why. My dishwasher, it's a Bosch, the quietest dishwasher on the market. Remember Grandma's dishwasher always, That's not what's going on with us. We got it at Appliance Discounters. Our washer, our dryer, our stove, and our refrigerator, and Electrolux. Yes, the Kilcoynes put these babies to the test. During the quarantine, the MVP at our house, the dishwasher, it got a workout. We've got big name brands we're talking about at a great price. St. Charles, Baldwin, Maplewood, South County, and in the city. The best bet, just get online. TheApplianceDiscounters.com. Our savings are your savings. The best in the bricks. It's more than just a slogan. Why not make your home or garage or chimney look its best by fixing the bricks? That's what B&G Tuck Pointing can do for you. Bricks look their best with proper tuck pointing. Call Rich Galati and his team at 314-363-0525. And by team, of course, we include his daughters, Bella and Gabrielle. Or go online, bgtuckpointing.com. A proud St. Louis-based company that supports the hometown St. Louis Blues. Yes, they love their hockey. Chimney repair, foundation repair, caulking, waterproofing. They do it all. Have you driven around St. Louis? We have a lot of brick buildings, and if they need repair, you know who to call. Consider me among the many satisfied customers. Call 363-0525, 363-0525, or go online, bgtuckpointing.com, and find out what it means to be the best in the bricks. You like the idea of racing on back-to-back days? You got one Saturday and Sunday. That'll be a unique challenge.
I think so. I think obviously physically, mentally more exhausting and a more challenging, tiring. But I think it's that the fans enjoy it, as well as we, as a race car driver, wanted to many races as possible with this current situation. So I think a double header is always a great idea, and St. Louis seems to be certainly the perfect place to do that.
Did you know anything about St. Louis growing up? I mean, baseball's big in Japan. Had you heard of the Cardinals, the Arch, Budweiser? What did you know about us when you were growing up?
Yeah, Cardinal. I mean, I was able to the first pitch as well, and after 17. So yeah, baseball is big in Japan. Yeah, I'm not a huge baseball player at all, but I enjoy watching the game, and certainly so many of the superstars now, and obviously like Shohei Ohtani, for example, and there used to be Ichiro as well, but so many Japanese player will succeed in this, it's this huge baseball country in the United States. So we have a big follower for sure. You mentioned there being fans this weekend, even if it's a limited capacity. It's got to be weird when you get out of the car, especially Sunday at the Brickyard. Here you are, you're the champion. You get out and you look around and you don't see anybody. Is that sort of a strange feeling? Yeah, it was certainly different. Knowing that circumstance, we all understand the situation. So, I think we have no complaining for that. We support the league's decision, and certainly IMS. Indianapolis Motor Speedway made a huge commitment to be able to race. I think with this current situation, to have a field to race, that is very fortunate. A lot of athletes in the world doesn't even have opportunity to perform in their field. So I think we feel very fortunate to be able to do that, and particularly for the Mr. Roger Penske made so much commitment, and for the IMS to make it better. And it is obviously pity that the fans couldn't see it, but I'm sure next year we were expecting to full pack an Indy 500 again, hopefully, and that's what the people are thinking anyway. So hopefully this grows is more than ever. Give us an idea what it's like having David Letterman as one of your owners. We saw him on TV for years. He made us laugh. What's he like when you guys are together? Yeah, David is always fun. He's obviously in a good manner. He's crazy, but we all love him. And obviously, three of the big team owners for our team. Of course, Bobby Lahal, David Letterman, but in me particular, the Mr. Mike Lanigan is such an important person because he is financially committed on my 30 cars very well. So without his commitment, I wouldn't be able to drive. So that's why, I can't thank enough to these three big boss. And, particularly yesterday that I was able to deliver, give them back to the huge prize yesterday here, because in 2004, back in 8 years ago, I couldn't make that happen for the team owner. So I was very, very happy yesterday.
So is he serious sometimes, silly sometimes? I saw him, he even kind of came up and talked to you right after and got in your ear a little bit.
Yeah, probably if you first time you met and whether he was joking or not, you probably difficult to understand. But he certainly make it fun to talk. But he's a gentleman, so he always have it's a very popular for our guest all the time in Letterman Running and Racing over hospitality. But we all love to have David back more races as often as possible.
Driving for David Letterman. How fun is that? Thanks to Takuma Sato for being a part of the conversation, the Kilcoyne Conversation, right here, available on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Blues Conversation. We've done a lot of that lately. Great stories with Kelly Chase, recently Joey Vitale, and Kenny Wallace. Got this week started with some racing, and now the Indy 500 champ. These conversations are presented to you by Marie de Villa Senior Living, Triad Bank, B&G Tuck Pointing, also Appliance Discounter. We thank them for their sponsorship, and if you're in the market for any of those products, stop by and see them and let them know that you enjoy the Kilcoyne Conversation. We'll talk to you again soon.